Do you have the power of the superintendent to dictate to your police department to have more resources at some of these urban schools that have more public safety issues?
Superintendent Jara, for the record, yes. Actually, I have full I'm going to tell you, I have full confidence in our chief of police and our department. One of the things that when we looked at those numbers, I believe, Chief, it was a few years ago, we only had one officer per high school, and we reallocated our staffing to add 2 officers per high school. So we did make some adjustments in staffing for our high schools where we were looking at numbers.
Okay, but you said for the record that you were having trouble recruiting teachers into the urban areas because of safety issues, yet you have the power to dictate to your chief of police to add more resources to those schools. They would give those teachers that would like to go into the urban areas assurances that they could be going into a safer environment. In other words, I don't understand why we as a legislature have to dictate how you should be doing your job, because it seems like to me you have the power to make things safer in the urban areas so that we can attract more teachers and better educate our kids and make our schools a safer place in which our kids can learn.
Superintendent Jar, for the record, as far as the police department, I can staff because they are not part of the individual school budget, so I can reallocate police officers into different areas. Yes, I do have that ability. I don't have the ability to place more teachers, but yes.
Senator Stone, I've asked our legal to clarify 469.
Okay, thank you.
And then you can go ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair, Asher Killian, Committee Counsel. So pursuant to NRS 388G 610, the power to select certain personnel for the local school precincts has been delegated from a large school district, in this case Clark County School District, to each individual school. The personnel that the principals at the individual schools select are the teachers, administrators other than the principal, and other staff who work under the direct supervision of the principal. So the superintendent does not have direct control over the teachers that get assigned to those schools, but the police force for CCSD are not one of those types of personnel for whom selection authority has been delegated to the local school precinct. So the superintendent does have authority to direct the placement and the number of those personnel.
I think the point, thank you, I appreciate that. I think the point that I was trying to make is that if we could make these urban schools safer, that you may have more teachers that would go into the urban areas and work in a safer environment. So I'm just going to summarize by saying that this was a very unfortunate incident that we saw. I look forward to hearing the results of your investigation. We talked about being reactive versus proactive. I say us being reactive here today, not proactive, Dr. Jara. I would hope that we would see more proactivity in getting more officers, public safety into some of these urban areas so that we can attract teachers to ensure that not only is it a safe environment for our teachers, but that it's a safe environment for our children. I think that's the peace of mind that I think parents want in Nevada, to know that their kids are going to school where they're going to be safely taught and without fear of getting hurt or police brutality issues, etc.